It's just after 8 o'clock Friday morning, and we always talk with our local restaurateurs and chefs about their food. On Fridays, we like to call it Friday Foodies, and very excited to have Quentin Rice from JQ's Barbecue on High Street in Jefferson City here in studio with us. Good morning, Quentin.
Oh, good morning.
It's great to have you in, and our sweet deal this week, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but let's just talk a little bit about JQ's and barbecue in general. What's the flavor profile, would you say, of JQ's Barbecue? Because it seems like everybody's a little bit different.
Well, we have an interesting sort of concept there. A food truck meets brick and mortar structure. And so some things that you might find at a food truck is what you would find at our establishment. We definitely love our barbecue. We've got the slow smoked pulled pork that we do fresh every night. But we've also got a award-winning jumbo smoked wings that we offer as well. And then a Fat Boys brisket burger. So, you know, burgers, fries, wings, pulled pork items like nachos and tacos. That's what we've got. That's the concept. It's just short and sweet and absolutely delicious.
What got you into food service? Is there a culinary background? Is there a big just barbecue background in this? Or where does it come from?
Well, that's a great question. I started my first job at a bakery in Jefferson City, and definitely got a love for hospitality there, and then got in hospitality and entertainment through playing music and doing some other endeavors. And then that just kind of let me know that there was something there with hospitality that I really enjoyed, and there was also some hospitality that could be brought to Jefferson City. Our beautiful capital city had a few little like nooks and crannies that could have been filled to revive a neighborhood, and I think that art and entertainment and hospitality fix some things and bring people together. I love seeing that. That makes me smile, and other people smile when they eat good food, and that's how that kind of all came to life.
And we're talking with Quentin Rice. He is the owner-operator of JQ's Barbecue in Jefferson City on High Street. Food and friends on High Street, JQ's. And you guys it's more than just food, Quentin, and you specifically are really involved in the community in a lot of different ways. Why don't you talk a little bit about JQ's roots in Jefferson City and what that's meant?
Oh, my. Well, my partner, John Johnson, is a championship smoker and barbecuer, and, he has a lot of talent and good causes that he brings to the community through food and his endeavors. He helps out with Honor Flight every single year with a fundraiser. We just like to see community come together. And, John and I didn't really know each other before we came and started this operation, but we found out that we like classic cars, music, and food. And so that is the concept there. And those are three things that just bring all walks of life together. We have people in suits that come in. We have guys with muddy boots that walk in to get a bite to eat, and people just come together to enjoy a good meal. And any sort of differences are generally left at the door, and you just come in and enjoy a good bite to eat. So
has JQ's always been on High Street? Is that where it originated, and when did it start?
It started about 7 years ago. I walked past a building many times after doing work at a little club called The Mission in Jefferson City, and wondered what was being done with it. And so I got a hold of John. He said, "Okay, let's do something there," and we started working together, and the rest is history. It was a long project, but definitely successful, though.
Most restaurants close within the first 5 years. We've all heard the story.
Sure.
So now you guys are 7 years in and doing pretty well. What's the secret?
Oh, well, the secret is support from the community. That's for sure. I have a lot of great customers that come in, and even through some of the tough times that we've gone through recently, we've had a ton of support there. But then our staff, hands down, we've got great staff that cares about what they do, and that shows in the presentation.
Call them out by name if you want to.
We've had so many over the years. I mean, hospitality rotates through people, and that's fine. We've been a kind of a stepping stone for some, and we've had some that have stuck with us for years and have actually gone on to open their own businesses. And there's too many to call out. But without those elements coming together, and then of course, good recipes from my partner John and the staff that actually cares about what they do with dealing with customers, and then the presentation of the food, the quality. That's how that's all come together to to make it successful. That's for sure.
We're talking with, again, Quentin Rice from JQ's Barbecue on High Street in Jefferson City. There are a sweet deal coming up here at 9 o'clock. We'll tell you all about that in just a little bit. And we're going to dig deep into the food, into the menu at JQ's, the barbecue, the side dishes that we all love so much, and more with Quentin Rice. It's Friday Foodies on 102.3 BXR. We've got Quentin Rice from JQ's here in studio for our Friday Foodies event, or our segment here, talking barbecue and delicious food. Thanks for joining us, Quentin.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
It's really great having you here in studio to talk, and we've been talking a lot about entertainment in Columbia and Jefferson City and Mid-Missouri events that have been going on. What do you think is the future of JQ's? Where do you think the restaurant is going? Is it just going to stay as JQ's as the place, or do you think that maybe you'll branch out and do some other locations?
Oh my, that's a great question. You have a lot of good questions. You're stumping me here. I would love to expand at some point, even maybe try to get another location, but I think that we're pretty happy with what we have now. We could certainly use a little more space. Our capacity is a little low at 15.5 people. That's kind of an inside joke there, but it's
that's good. Some of us have a 0.5 that we bring along with us.
Yes, absolutely. Or you might have one by time you leave.
Yeah.
The concept is a small space. We could certainly expand at some point, but I don't know if we really need to at this point. We do have a food truck that we are more than happy to get out for the right occasion, and we also do catering, so we kind of get outside of our quote unquote walls. But if things kind of if they just get too big and we just have to grow, I don't see what's going to stop us from doing that.
What you're doing now is certainly working. We just had a delicious kind of loaded baked potato, and I just want to point out too that people that have been listening to this segment since we started know that one of the first rules of Friday Foodies is it's no quid pro quo. We don't expect you to bring food in for us, but man, you did, and you did anyway, and I'm not going to say no. So we ate these loaded baked potatoes, and man, what was all in those?
So that is one of our signature dishes called the Spudmageddon. We get
Spudmageddon.
Yes,
okay.
yes, and that's that name right there is another one from our staff. Our wonderful staff is very creative. They have fun with these menu items, and that is the biggest baked potato that we can find from our food providers. We load that thing up with a little bit of butter, pulled pork. We do some sour cream on there, some shredded cheese, bacon bits, and diced onions if you like. And it's I mean, some of these boxes that go out are probably almost 4 pounds.
Just huge
for a baked potato. Definitely a couple meals.
That's what I was saying. One potato? I was like, yep, just one potato. Wow, that thing was a meal. Actually, I split it with one of my coworkers.
Very nice,
delicious. Yeah, I wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to taste it because the sweet deal is going on sale this morning at 9 o'clock. Again, we're talking with Quentin Rice of JQ's Barbecue in Jefferson City on High Street. The pulled pork is obviously a key ingredient, not only in the baked potato, but people just love pulled pork.
Yes,
so
sir.
How does that happen? What's your process for that?
Ooh, well, we have a dry rub that we put on there, and we smoke it fresh every night from anywhere 14 to 18 hours, and so it's quite a process. We wait for that bone to stick out just the right amount, and when we check temperature, we're also checking the tenderness on that to make sure that probe goes in and out like butter, and that's as much as I can tell you, and we dare you to try to make pulled pork as good as ours.
And that's a bold statement in the Midwest. We talk about this all the time.
Sure,
I mean, there is no barbecue like the barbecue you can get in this area, and people just understand how to do it. And we have so many great restaurants in there. What are some of the side dishes that you guys do that kind of stand out, you think?
The John Johnson's famous loaded baked beans. You'll never ever have another side dish or baked beans like these. They're a meal in themselves. They actually have a little bit of our pulled pork in there and some other secret ingredients, some fresh vegetables as well. But it is a nice, thick, hearty baked bean that you will absolutely love if you're a fan. Baked beans aren't for everybody, but there's some creamy and tangy coleslaw
they're
that we
all
do.
For me. If they're not for you, push them over here because I'm good with baked beans. That sounds really good. Also, and of course, pulled pork is not the only meat that you guys cook at JQ's. What are some of the other things on the menu?
We have award-winning jumbo smoked wings. That's kind of a triple threat there of another secret dry rub. We smoke those, and then we flash fry them. We have our own signature sauces that we do with those. those, and those are nice, hearty wings. We've got an award-winning brisket burger. It is 100% choice brisket. We don't cut it with anything like some other places do that claim to have a brisket burger, and it's a half-pound patty. We do not smash the patty. We put a dome over it. We let it cook. We keep all those nice juices in there and serve it on a toasted bun with our triple J sauce. That's a signature sauce that we have at JQ's, another one of John Johnson's creations there. And I don't know. I mean, if you're looking for something a little lighter, we have a fish taco. That's a signature item. There's also a grilled and a breaded shrimp taco that we offer. There's pork belly, which is another smoked meat that we do that's fantastic. But it's a comfort food establishment. We do have some lighter items. We also have gluten-free items too. Almost anything from our menu can be made gluten-free. So if you have any sort of issues there, we do have separate cooking surfaces, and our staff is trained to handle those situations. And vegetarian options too. So
more and more people are asking for the gluten-free stuff.
Absolutely.
Aren't they? Yeah.
That's part of the Food and Friends concept. Is not only do we have all walks of life that come in, we want everybody to be able to come in and hopefully enjoy a meal. I mean, even if you're vegetarian, you can still get something there to where you can sit down at a table with your family, with your friends, coworkers, and at least find something to eat. We don't have a huge menu, but we've got a little bit of each kind of segment to choose from to hopefully make an attempt to please everybody.
They do catering, and of course you can visit them on High Street, carry out, or sit down in a couple of the chairs that they've got available there in the front. But it's JQ's Barbecue, and it is the sweet deal going on sale this Friday morning, 9 o'clock. You can get $50 gift certificates for JQ's for only $25 while they last. Limited supply of those things, but make sure that you grab them because you'll regret missing out. We've been talking with Quentin Rice of JQ's Barbecue on High Street.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Or, we're on the internet as well, believe it or not. It's jqsonhigh.com. If you want to put some pictures to any of these menu items that I'm describing, those are all up there so you can get a visual aspect of what you might come down to enjoy here in the historic east side of downtown Jefferson City.
All right, Quentin. Now, before you go, I got to ask the question. This is when I ask all the restaurateurs before they leave. Name somebody else in the community that you think is out there doing a great job at this. Somebody maybe that you admire or you just think is flat killing it.
There are too many to list. I'll have to throw out a few names that helped me along the way. Rob A.G. from Madison's Cafe. He definitely helped me to get through a lot of, just a lot of things in hospitality, answered a lot of questions that I had that most people probably wouldn't ask. You definitely got an odd look from him every once in a while when I'd come and ask him some things down in his office. And then Johnny Graham was another one too. Definitely looked up to. He had Ravel Catering and Events. He has since moved to Martha's Vineyard to do work up there. It was a Jefferson City gym that I hated to lose, but I understand why. But those are two highlights, at least from hospitality. And you know who you are, but I have so many people that have supported me, but also supported other things in the community with hospitality and entertainment-related endeavors that I can't thank enough. And those things are what helps make the world go around.
It's good to have a tight community like that, right?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, but those are definitely a couple movers and shakers.
Quentin, we love the local success stories, and we just wish you guys the best moving forward. Thanks.
Thank you for being a part of the success.
Thanks a lot, Quentin. Quentin Rice of JQ's Barbecue on High Street in Jefferson City. It's the sweet deal. Goes on sale at 9. All right, we're going to take a break, pay some bills of our own. I've got more BXR music on the other side. Hang on.